Welcome back, Troglodytes, to another Trogly's Guitars video. Today, got another one of these custom lights. This one's from 2014, and there's a lot of hype around the custom light. A lot of people like these for their lighter weight. This one weighs a little more than 8 pounds, and that's usually what they vary between, about high 7s and low 8s. But out of the 6 or 7 of these I've had, this is the only one I've been impressed with. I mean, not that the other ones were bad by any means, but I guess I prefer a played guitar. A guitar that's actually been used already, a little bit worn in. And maybe that's because, the first Gibsons I really owned and played were, from the 70s. So this has, some gold wear. And it's just got some very light play wear, most notably a ding on the back there. And the other thing about this is the perfect white finish has started to cream just very, very slightly, most noticeably on the back of the neck. So I guess that's why I personally like this guitar. I plugged it in. It actually plays really well. I was surprised because when I got it, the fretboard was really dry. It was very dirty. The whole guitar was dirty. This was one that probably just stayed out on a stand and was used quite a bit. But it's been cleaned up, polished, and oiled, and it's looking good now. So let's take a look here. Headstock shows very minor wear. You might find some light string change scratches and things like that. Other than that, nothing major. You have your gold Grover tuners. They're starting to show some light bubbling in the gold hardware you can see there. But nothing too extreme. Got the original nut. I will say this about the nut, is there are the witness lines there kind of forming where the nut was installed and the finish kind of cured over it and formed that little line. However, at least you don't have that line running up and down the neck like you usually get on white finished guitars. So a very minor thing, but good to disclose. Frets show very, very little wear. There is some, but nothing too bad. In my opinion, this is a 50s style neck. It is like the 50s rounded. It's not necessarily super chunky, but it is rounded. I guess I will say there are some tooling marks kind of around the nut here. You can see right at where the nut meets the fretboard, but nothing too bad. And I did notice this right there. We'll see if we can get it. It looks like it might be like a tiny hairline crack. What we're talking about is right there, as well as one. Let's see. There was another tiny one here. Yeah, it's right under the string. You can kind of see it there. Once again, as I said, when I got this guitar, the fretboard was very, very dry. I double oiled this one and it's looking great now. But as long as you oil the fretboard every string change, like you should do on every guitar anyways, those will never spread or cause you any issues. Alright, now on to the finish. You have your typical, polish scratches, but nothing too bad. The pickguard's essentially brand new. It had the film over it yet, but it kind of bunched up there. So I took that off and then I put the first scratches on the pickguard, trying to clean off that little area where dust got built up in. Now I believe this one's all original, however, this knob looks slightly different, so it's possible it was replaced, but with the same kind. That's just a little dirt that you can probably get off. And these guys have a coil tap, so you got the Stratty tones and the Les Paul tones, which are actually quite useful. A lot of people don't like those. It looks like you got a little ding there. See if there's any other dings here. But yeah, a lot of people, I mean, they're traditionalists, so you can ream the hole a little bit larger and, you know, install a normal one. I actually have another one of those I don't have listed that somebody did that. That's a black one, if you're interested in that. But once again, some gold hardware tarnishing, but it really gives it a nice played-in feel. Now the back of the neck. This one is a 2014 model. Once again, gold Grover tuners. And it's really hard to pick it up in the photos, but you can kind of see it.